Hello!
Hello!
We have tea.
Yes.
And also, it's Spooky Tuesday.
It is.
I'm Robot Spacer.
I'm on Secret Crush.
And we're going to play some more Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. Once again, it is time to sin. And eventually we'll wash away the sins, and it will be time to sin again.
With the hot holy water that is not too holy now.
Yes. Hi, Val. Hope you're doing good tonight. So, recap. Some stuff happened.
Yeah.
Couple people died.
Oh, yeah.
Not great. Our cop buddy Luke Skywalker didn't even care.
No.
So Crash died, who was was he like a drug dealer or something? I don't know.
I feel like that's how Mosley characterized him, but I don't like he was like a like maybe an information runner, like a courier of some kind for like a secret voodoo cartel.
Right, and mostly was trying to get some info out of him, and finally had to let him go, and they got him. They poisoned him, I think?
They made him ill somehow, and then he died. But
mostly was like, whatever, man. People die. It just happens.
I think he said something charming like, drug dealers die all the time.
Right.
Meh.
And then later on, our new professor buddy also died while investigating some our Veve, which I guess I don't have the completed drawing.
Is it saved in your in-game notebook?
Yeah. We had him investigating that, and he called us, said he had a bunch of things to share with us. The Agris tribe, Wheel Within a Wheel, Damballa, 1791 Slave Revolt, Ogun Badagri, and the People's Republic of Benin, and he also scribbled all these things on a note. And then we showed up to talk with him, and he was just super dead.
Super dead.
So there's his note. So that's all we got out of that. We also, from Crash, learned some info about all the drummers that are around town. Rada drummers. And they're actually sending messages. And at one point, we maybe got a little spoiler/bug in which the game referred to them as Getty drummers.
Yeah.
Which, happens to be the last name of Malia Getty, one of the characters.
Gabriel's lover.
Yes, they've been doing it.
They're lovers.
At night, when neither of them can sleep.
Just making sure that I've got the hint book handy if needed.
Yes. And, I think that's pretty much
Did we figure
all the important stuff that happened last week. Oh, yeah, and the other thing was that we finally determined the source of the snake scale, which we found at the scene of the first crime that happened within the time period of the game. Mm-hmm. Gabriel found a snake scale on the ground. Mosley was like, whatever, man, there's snakes. But
whatever, man, there's snakes all the time.
Gabriel saw that, there was like impressions of a cage having been there, so it definitely seemed suspicious.
Did we ever survive?
And then we spent a lot of time investigating all the snakes and comparing scales, and finally we went into the Voodoo History Museum, and the snake there attacked us. We turned on a fan and scared it away.
Okay, we did. Okay, I couldn't remember if we had actually survived that encounter. What happened after that?
And we came away from that encounter with a scale.
Oh, right. The guy showed up and was like, oh, we're closed. This is all normal.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember the end of that situation at first.
I can't remember exactly how we got the scale. It was like...
Oh, it was on your face, and Grace was like, "Hey, you got something on your face?" And then you picked it up after she put it in an ashtray.
Yeah. And we compared it to our other scale, and
now they're together.
And now they're a combined inventory item. Can we?
That item cannot be.
You can't read a snake scale.
There's nothing written on the map. There's nothing
the
written on the map.
Come on, game, work with me. I can play a video game.
It magnifies the two scales.
Okay, so there's our two scales. And as you can see, they are indeed quite similar. All the other scales we have encountered have been extremely different. So
I forgot to get my headphones ready before we started.
How could you?
A rookie mistake.
So we're currently on day 5. We've asked Grace to research Rada drums for us.
Mostly gave you a list of tasks.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that happened. The case has been closed. I don't even remember how they brushed it off, but they're just like, whatever, man. It's some,
Oh yeah, they're like,
stuff.
it's just some mafia bullshit. It's fine, whatever. No need to investigate that.
And then, we're like, come on, open the case
Open the
again.
case.
We really like this case.
I
We gotta
really like it.
write a book.
Come on.
And it's 100% clear that Gabriel is not a good writer and cannot write a book without real life facts to steal from.
Come on, man, don't make me think of things.
I'm trying to find
and
my
write
notes
fiction.
Okay. So we have a list of what he wants to reopen the case, which is, switch over to my notes here. Prove there's a cult, prove that cult is a threat, and then also get a lead on all of that. And we definitely... I kind of feel like we've made some progress on proving they're a threat because we have 2 dead bodies, but obviously Mosley doesn't think that those are anything to do with anything.
Right.
So we gotta connect pieces together in order to really accomplish any of this. I don't think we've checked off any of these at this point.
Right.
But we're possibly getting there, especially now that we have these matching snake scales. I'm curious what he'll think of that. I mean, it's certainly not conclusive, but
There's snakes all over.
It's slightly more than nothing, at least.
Right.
So, anything else? Shall we game?
I think we've covered everything.
Let's gaming.
Let's gaming.
Okay.
Gaming where I can become a comfortable stream ghost.
Yes. So yeah, we still have our crocodile mask. I'm dying to know what we'll end up doing with that. I feel like we sold that painting much sooner than we really needed to. I hope that wasn't
family heirloom.
A mistake in any way. Also,
I mean, the fact that the guy just literally would not stop coming in to the store on that one day. I am sure you did not do it too early.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I just...
they very obviously wanted you to take that opportunity.
Heirloom. It's connected to Gabriel's dreams and crap. Anyway. Oh yeah, also Crash has a snake tattoo, which despite looking completely different from other snakes we've seen. I think he was saying it's the same snake as this bracelet.
Oh, like the same type of snake or something?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Is that type of snake wiggly?
Yeah, it's a wiggly snake. Same thing. I think.
Xenolon says you might not be sending audio?
Oh, what?
The mic's picking it up.
You mean game audio?
The letters are addressed to Gabriel from Wolfgang Ritter.
I think we're all good. I think there's just not any ambient audio happening right now. But if I'm wrong about anything, any audio at all.
Let me unplug here. Okay, I'm getting us when I plug into the stream.
You can hear me, Holly?
I hear us speaking, and I hear game music.
Okay, so I think it's just something going on Xenolon's end.
Right.
Yeah, everything seems fine here, and it sounds like hopefully you can sort that out. Also, you can't hear me, but hi. Okay. So, I'm not sure what, as usual, I'm not sure what we need to do, but we do have our matching 2 snake scales now, and I feel like it's worth showing those to Mosley. All right, we also have this person who keeps showing up outside the window.
Oh, yeah, like the devil is like come to stare creepily in the window or something.
Also, like, it kind of seems like they're gone anytime we go outside, or something. Like, there's shots at the beginning and end of the day, and they're clearly not there during those times. It's very weird.
I didn't put the hamper in just the right spot for me to use as a table. Can you help? Thank you.
Better?
Yes. A little bit more boxed in, but at least I don't have to turn weirdly to get my tea. Gaming!
We need a gamer table, y'all. Right now, we just have a hamper.
Yep. And it's full of towels, so it's a little bit heavy.
We may too. Alright, let's get out of here.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Very curious what he's gonna say about this.
What's your plan to show him the snake scales?
Yeah, I mean, we have our 2 matching snake scales now, so this is...
Hey. Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
This is at least some amount of evidence, right? You know, we have a thing from a crime scene, and now we have a thing connecting it to a person and a specific snake.
Adventure game's gonna adventure game, but I do not see how a pair of snake scales is gonna convince him of shit when literally 2 dead bodies didn't move the needle.
Yeah, I mean...
So I'm very curious what's gonna happen.
I have to tell you, Bud, I'm pretty pissed off about this case being closed. You guys are making a big mistake. I'm not any happier about it than you are, Knight, but I got my orders.
How's game audio for you?
It's fine.
Okay. Interrogate.
Can I ask you about some stuff? You're the writer. Ask away.
Can I ask you about how dumb I think your hair is? Oh, I guess we actually have some new topics here. So let's start with those. I forgot we gotta show him an inventory item to ask about an inventory item.
Have you ever heard of Dumbala? You mean gumbo? No, I mean Dumbala. Never heard of it. Does the name Ogun Badakri mean anything to you? Say what? Ogun Badakri. It's a Voodoo Loa. Speak English or shut up, Knight. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Guess I'll take that as a no.
Gabriel's not very smart, but this guy's even worse, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've gone over all the other topics of interest there. What do you have to say about
I have
this?
these two snake scales.
What?
One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales, and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. Certainly suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. Whether or not the museum's involved with a legitimate voodoo cult, though, is another matter. These guys may just be faking it, too.
Okay. So that was positive, but I don't know that it checked off any of our...
If you, is it the reopen case?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
Can I ask you about
probably-
some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat.
Oh, okay.
So you've given him a lead.
So yeah, we have a lead. That makes sense.
You've given him a lead, but you still need to prove that it exists.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's a little video gamey, but
Also, I was curious if snakes drop individual scales. Because I would have previously assumed that they tend to just shed all of their skin at once, and I don't know that I have the attention span to learn the answer to this question. Because the Wikipedia article is very long.
right.
So if anybody happens to know if snakes, specifically boa constrictors or pythons, can drop a single individual scale rather than just shed all of their skin at once, let us know in chat. I'm very curious.
Any snake experts in the chat?
Any snake knowers in the chat?
All right. Did we? I can't remember if we tried showing him the professor's notes here.
I have no recollection whatsoever of what we did or did not do.
Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at
Hartridge.
Tulane University.
Yeah? And what about them?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
This is interesting, if true. But how do you know he had the right pattern?
I mean, it's from the crime scene.
Oh, he means how do you know it's assembled correctly? Probably.
I suppose. I think we showed him.
You know
this.
those marks
Oh, we
you
didn't.
found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So that's what Hartridge used, huh? I guess his analysis is on target then. Okay, the murders were committed by a legitimate voodoo cult. You proved your point.
Okay.
So,
So
do we still need to prove that they're a threat, even though we've proved that they've done murder?
yeah. It sure sounds like we haven't done the threat part of it, but
I don't know.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
2 people died, man.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still need to prove that they're a threat.
They're doing murder! yours.
Okay.
What does he say when you choose the case status?
He'll...
What's the status on the Voodoo
Okay.
Murders case?
The case? What
Okay.
case? I told you. The Voodoo Murders case is closed.
How can you just close it? It's not solved, is it?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade
Chicago?
local territory, using Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's so hot. What we had here
don't got
was a
their own
little
mafia in New
resistance from
Orleans?
local businessmen. Word came in this morning that the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of New Orleans.
But that doesn't bring the killers to justice.
Well, the boys upstairs seem to figure it this way. Let the slime kill each other. Better the vermin we know than the Chicago vermin, I guess. The attitude in the
Chicago
department
is
is that
nowhere
we've just
near the
been done a
Mississippi.
huge favor. Well, they're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us. We'll deal with them over time, always have. New Orleans is pretty clean that way, you know.
Well, that's the illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either, but what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm disappointed about the book, too. Look, next big murder case I get, I'll call you in and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases and you could spice them up.
No, thanks.
I only want to do voodoo murder book. Oh, I'm just like, okay.
Like, I mean,
I can't tell if we are supposed to understand this story about a Chicago mafia being the cause of the murders. Like, are we supposed to understand that this is a bullshit made-up story, or
Yeah.
or not? Because Chicago is nowhere near the Mississippi.
I mean, I think everybody involved knows that Chicago is nowhere near here.
Sure.
I feel like that's part of the, you know, it's making it easier for them to, you know, brush the whole thing aside and not
Right.
worry about it.
Like, I don't
I think
know,
that's intentional.
I don't know that St. Louis, maybe St. Louis doesn't have a significant mafia in comparison to Chicago or something, so that wouldn't make sense as a cover story.
But I mean, if it was something local, then they would need to investigate it. So I feel like they want to blame it on something
Right,
somewhere else
I'm
that's
just-
going away now. on
I'm
its
just
own.
saying, why Chicago specifically?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's get out of here and do some more investigating. At least, I should take another quick look at the inventory. We need to prove that they're a threat. So, I mean, I think basically we need to prove that they're going to do more murders.
Right.
Obviously, we've shown that they have done murders. We need to prove that it's going to continue. Well, I haven't proven it, but we've given evidence. I can't help but think that maybe the drums are going to be a part of that.
Interesting. How so?
Just, you know, it could be a message about their plans or whatever.
Right, but I guess how are you going to prove that the drummers are connected to the cult?
It's just a thought.
Sure.
It's one of the few, like, leads we have that
Right.
seems like it could add up to something. I'm going to do a quick save since we did some stuff.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Have a good one.
One of the Getty drummers watches the police station.
It's so odd, like
Right.
I can't think of anything we've come across that would explain why the narrator is referring to them as Getty drummers.
Right.
Everything in game has
They were called Rada drummers.
right. We got that from Crash.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Grace is doing some research on it, I think.
Right. Which I don't think we'll get till tomorrow. Well, where to? I was a little bit hoping the game would be like, well, that's the end of the day now.
Do you want me to consult the hit book?
Not quite yet.
I do know off the top of my head the condition, like what needs to happen. Like not specifically what you need to do, but what ultimately needs to happen to end the day. Would you like to know that much at least?
Okay.
You need to convince Mosley to reopen the case.
Okay. I kind of figured that was a decent bet since it didn't end just now.
Yeah. I feel like there is like one other thing that you need to do, but I don't remember what it is, and you've probably already done it.
Oh?
I don't know.
Ms. Getty is unavailable, Mr.
That's just vibes. Like I feel like maybe. What? No, whatever. I'll just stop talking. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Silver. How you doing?
The primary thing is to get the case reopened.
Yeah. We have not used the crockhead yet. I'm dying to see that happen.
It keeps saying it's not time yet.
We have made some progress on convincing Mosley to reopen the case. We have successfully proved that there's a cult by showing him the...
Maybe leave this screen if you want to keep talking.
Yeah. We proved that there's a cult by showing him the Veve, and also the dead professor's notes on it. And then our lead was the matching snake scales, the one from the crime scene and the other one from the Voodoo History Museum. We still... Wait, no, we did translate this, yes?
Yeah, that's how we learned about the Fouet cache.
Right.
I don't know that we've done anything with that information about a conclave.
We have not.
But I also don't know what there would be to do.
Right. I mean, it's possible there's not anything we do with that specific message. It's just kind of a thing to introduce this
Right.
mechanic of...
Is the translation of the message something that you have in your inventory, or is it just information that we know?
No, I do not have it. We have our drawing of the writing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It is translated. DJ Conclave tonight, bring Fouet cache. And a Fouet cache is like a ritual whip.
I wonder if that's anything that would convince Mosley of anything.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Also, I can't help but wonder if you know something.
No.
Okay.
All I know are the activities you need to complete to end the day. I don't know specifically how you do that.
Sure. Can you give Silver a shout out, please?
Oh, yes, I can.
Oops, I clicked so hard I clicked all the way out of the game. I'm trying to get over the final screen of this area, and I can't seem to do it.
Like, pessimistically, I don't assume anything that we show Mosley will convince him of anything.
I know, right?
I'm honestly surprised that any of the things that we did try were successful in convincing him of anything.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like, you know, if you're like, oh, here's this message I found written in a public place about a gathering of the cult, there might be another murder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the best thing I can think of that might do anything. Which I naturally assume means that it's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Alright, here's the real hard one.
Hey, mostly.
It's you, God help me.
What?
I was just trying to remember what all happened with the replica of the snake bracelet and how that went down. Mm-hmm. So we made a mold of the bracelet while we were at the old lady's house.
And then we
had our new friend Sam make a replica. So the one we have is the replica. That's what I was trying to remember.
And so far the only thing we have used that for is showing it to Crash so he would talk to us, I think.
Yeah.
These symbols are from Marie Laveau's tomb in St. Louis Cemetery. They're part of a secret voodoo code, which I had translated by a voodooienne.
Do they say anything about the murders?
Well, not exactly.
I'm sure that's a legit code of some sort, Knight, but unless it gives me the names and addresses of the killers, I don't think it'll be much help at this point.
We didn't get a points jingle, so I could tell that wasn't it.
Right. I mean, it didn't have a specific location.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a New Orleans. It's a newspaper clipping from the year 1810.
What's this?
Wolfgang with his phone number.
The newspaper clipping was about a similar murder.
Was it?
Yeah. I think.
The newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo Square. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body. The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed Veve.
We'll show it to him, see what... I mean, it doesn't seem very relevant.
That's from 1810.
Right.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same M.O. 1810?
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? That they are a threat?
In a couple hundred years, maybe.
They're a threat. Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. In fact, I better lock up this office just in case I step on a few toes. Come on. Now, lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just get out of here. I assume this is going to end the day now.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
I'm glad the weird person staring in the window takes breaks.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Dang.
I think it's always the same.
The music seems louder than I remember.
It's been a while since we've seen that because booty call's the only way Gabriel can avoid his nightmares, apparently, and he had those to keep him busy for a couple of days.
She didn't pick up?
No.
I heard the phone dialing, but then I got a real life text message, so I got distracted.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't pick up, so he had his nightmare again. Day 6. And then the night became day. I glimpsed nature's reddest claw. The face of fear looked back at me as I gazed into the maw.
Newspaper kid needs to get his bike wheel greased.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh.
What? Sorry, what?
That's
gross. What is that? Is that a chicken?
I think so.
What is it? What's wrong?
Gabriel?
I see it, Grace. Hold on. There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in back. It's okay.
Okay? Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No. I'll take care of it.
But Gabriel...
I said I'll take care of it. Why don't you go get some coffee? I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
They know where you live now.
I mean, someone's been staring at the window for days.
Now go on.
They knew.
Later, after a trip to the dry cleaner.
I could close the shop today.
No. I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone. Ugh. Not that they aren't still watching. Anyway, speaking of keeping busy, we got that book you ordered in this morning.
Oh.
The one on Rada drums.
Really? Great.
Really?
I didn't know we were getting a whole book on Rada drums.
Can you, investigate the rug? I'm just curious if there's, any mention of, traces of blood left, or if he, I don't know, rolled it up and then got a spare rug out.
St. George Books could use some serious renovation, but Gabriel likes to think that the place has character.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a red splotch, but I can't tell, is
that's a book.
A book? Okay.
Yeah. I think they're just suggesting it has been completely cleaned up. The blood adds character. What?
Gabriel!
I see it. Stay back.
What?
An envelope just came in the slot.
Oh, okay.
Special delivery, it seems.
I mean, not really anything alarming,
save,
but...
maybe.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I was going to do that at the beginning of the day, and then I forgot.
Just in case it's, poisoned or something. Or a snake jumps out.
Be a very small snake.
Sure.
It's just an envelope.
I can see that.
You should remember what?
To read the paper. Why? Okay, there it is. The inventory is in a inconsistent order, and I'm not a fan.
Gabriel eyes the surreptitiously delivered envelope. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about it. Gabriel opens the envelope and finds a note from Mosley and a small brass key.
Key?
It's a note from Mosley. Mosley's note says,
Gabe, I have to go underground with this thing. It runs wide and deep throughout the department and the city board. I'm already being watched. It was suggested I take vacation time, so I am. At least as far as they know. Try to keep out of this. It's too hot for a rookie. Just in case, I'm sending you my office key. You might find some useful things there. P.S. I think this note will look great in the book, don't you? Make sure you save it.
The note is signed, Detective Mosley.
Okay. So, and apparently the cops aren't gonna care that I'm just going into Mosley's office?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, J-Dog, good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you too. Been playing Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers, the first of the Gabriel Knight games. We're a pretty good ways in at this point. Just trying to solve some unusual murders. So... Oh, right, we have our book we should take a look at.
Grace actually managed to find a book on the Radar-Drum code.
So this is going to help us translate? Oh, okay. So yeah, it does look like it's letting us decipher. How do the symbols match up with the drum sounds?
Yeah.
I assume we'll get there eventually. But...
Right. Hope so.
The book contains several pages of Radar-Drum code.
Interesting. Did I look at the key? I assume it's not very interesting.
The key is from Mosley.
Okay.
This is...
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. I've mentioned in the past the actor that plays Curtis in Phantasmagoria 2 has been shoot. I'm trying to look up this Twitch account. He's been doing these streams where he plays through the second game, and occasionally having other actors on to chat about stuff. I have missed a lot of it, but the ones I've been able to catch have been pretty enjoyable. And this week he's going to have, I think it's this week, soon at least, the actress that played Adrienne in the first game. And she apparently hasn't done any interviews in like 26 years or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I noticed her IMDb doesn't have a lot of acting credits after the mid-90s. So I assume she found different career opportunities.
Sorry, okay, there it is. So here's that Twitter account again, if any of y'all are interested in that. Okay. I don't think I...
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Okay. Figured,
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Thought it was worth a check. So I guess we might as well go over to Mosley's office and poke around there. Oh, the paper.
Are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
I'll be just fine. Just fix this, okay?
I'm trying, Gracie.
You keep turning the volume up, and now it's too loud for me.
Oh, sorry. Is that okay?
I don't know.
Too hard to tell.
We're on the loudest screen possible, so it's hard to tell.
Phew, it's humid out there. Made it back though.
I mean, I took out one earbud.
I wish you
and
wouldn't
that's
wear that
improved
coat
a lot,
outside
so I
in
don't know.
June. I could smell you from here.
J-Dog says, actually I was reading an article on Adrienne. Apparently she had a Me Too scenario happen to her. It was pretty bad that involved a talent agent. I believe that's why she hasn't been around and left the industry.
That is disappointing, but not surprising.
Yeah.
Times-Picayune, dated the 23rd of June, 1993. Gabriel finds an article about St. Jean's Eve. It discusses the day's Catholic roots and its adoption by voodoo devotees. In the early to mid-1800s, St. Jean's Eve was celebrated with elaborate voodoo gatherings at Lake Pontchartrain, Bayou St. Jean, and other sites outside the city. These days, the day is commemorated commercially in some of the local shops, and a few churches still hold a St. Jean's Eve Mass. Despite his better judgment, Gabriel reads his horoscope. Today you will either die or your life will change forever.
Sure, why not? It is St. John's Eve. They'll be out tonight for sure. But where?
That's a horoscope.
Indeed.
Yikes. Believe it happened before Phantasmagoria, but the effects made her not wanting to do anything in that occupation anymore. I think the article was published maybe 6 years ago or so. Okay. So that gives us a couple other things to check into, like shops doing stuff. So the drugstore might be worth checking out. Mm-hmm. And the church might have something going on. And then, of course, Mosley. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
See ya.
Where first? Let's go to the drugstore. I feel like that's been the only little FMV clip in the entire game.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes, I am planning on playing The Beast Within after this. It was actually, when I was playing the original Phantasmagoria, it reminded me a lot of The Beast Within.
That's the one you played before,
which I have played before, back when it came out. So I knew I wanted to play that, and I decided I might as well start with this one. At first I couldn't remember if I had ever actually played this one, and eventually determined I definitely haven't. None of it's familiar at all. And then after Beast Within, I'm going to try to get the third one up and running. It sounds like it's a little trickier because it doesn't run, it's a 3D game, so it doesn't run Scum VM like the other games do, but I think I should be able to get it working some way or another. I guess we'll just talk to this guy.
What about these magic oils and powders you're selling? Aren't they a part of voodoo?
Read the label, man. We make no claim. Sold as curio only. It means what it says, no? These are novelties, not voodoo.
I just noticed the figure in the corner here is, of course, missing a head now that we've purchased it. Yeah, my memory of Beast Within was that it was a pretty good game overall, but definitely my memory's a little hazy on like the story and stuff. But I think it'll be a good time. See if we ask
Can
him
I
about...
ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
St. John's Eve, if that gets
What's
us
the
anything.
significance of St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
Yeah, it certainly has a attention-grabbing cover. It's like a face, like pushing against the, like inside of the box,
I
trying
feel like
to get
I
out.
had seen, I had definitely seen that, like at game stores or Walmart or whatever.
Uh-huh. I don't see anything different here, so... Hop over here real quick.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know of anything interesting going on this evening?
You mean for St. John's Eve? Mr. Knight, I know of nothing that you would find amusing.
I don't think where I grew up had CompUSA stores.
We definitely had one here, and I certainly went there a few times and look forward to it quite a bit. Trying to remember what's there now.
I kind of think it's a Walmart now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, it's probably a Walmart.
There used to be a Borders also.
Could I ask you some more
that
questions?
whole
Oh, right.
got taken over and
Yeah,
made
I
into a
also
Walmart.
find our dialogue stimulating.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I am afraid I have little else to say about that subject.
Jamesway. Not familiar with that one.
Are you sure you don't know anything about Ogun Badagri?
I am afraid I have little else to say about that subject.
I wasn't sure if we had asked him about our new topics. About Rada
Do you
Drum.
know
asked
anything about
him about
Rada
Malia?
drums?
There are some against the wall, but I do not play myself.
You don't know anything about a drum code?
I do not believe there is such a thing, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Are you sure you don't know Malia Getty?
Quite sure, Mr. Knight.
Yeah. So we've already gone through all that list. Oh, I missed. It's so hard to tell what...
I'll be going.
Come back again.
It's this light area here. I guess that brown is the door frame. So if I click on that, it's not recognized. The church was talking about like stuff like in the evening, so I figure we probably need to do something else before anything will happen there.
Sure.
You got no business back there now. Move along.
Sorry.
Huh. Do you need to show him the note or something?
I don't think that would work because it's clear that he's going against the department's wishes in investigating any of this. I don't expect this to work, but I'm gonna see what happens.
Gabriel can't do anything with that door from the lobby.
I feel like we must need to distract this guy or something.
Right.
Or maybe we can't.
I think we should talk about what's going on around here, Officer Frick.
I don't want to hear it, Mr. Knight. Now do yourself a favor and keep your nose out of here.
I forgot that this guy's name was Frick.
Yeah.
A lot busier in here than usual.
Yeah.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
That's a drastic change in tone.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
We don't have a Detective Mosley here.
What?
Sorry?
I've seen him all week.
Listen to what I'm saying. We don't have a Detective Mosley on the force.
Hey, Cab. The cops are in the cult.
You think?
They disappeared him. Somebody, well, okay. I don't know that the cops are in the cult, but clearly the cops are afraid of the cult.
Yeah, that's my take on it. Is they're afraid of the cult and they just
disappeared Mosley, and the cops are not going to do anything about it.
Right.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
I like Lawrence Welk myself.
Sure thing, buddy. Maybe we should check out the square, because I don't. Well, let's see what happens if we do this.
That might not be wise if Gabriel wants to keep that key.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need something else to get back there, or to at least to distract this guy.
Mm-hmm. Can you dress up as a priest again? Would that do anything?
I need to go back and bless Mosley's office, please. It's a community service.
You wouldn't deny a man of the cloth, would you?
Beignet guy's still here.
Mm.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
Say, haven't I seen you before?
I get around the French Quarter. Used to be at Royal and Conti.
You say you used to be at Royale and Conti?
That's right.
Is that notable somehow? Does this mean something?
I mean, I feel like this conversation is going to go somewhere.
Right.
I can't think of why Gabriel would be having this conversation.
Right.
Why don't you go back there?
Do you think? I've been kind of torn. Must be the weather. These thick clouds we've had all week. I'm just not seeing the crowds here that I expected.
Are we trying to get rid of him?
I don't know. Ask him why he
Also,
left.
is it just me, or does this guy sound a little like Mark Hamill?
I don't know.
Why'd you leave Royal and Conti?
Well, the guy who used to be here, the lucky dog guy, he was my cousin Ralph. He went off to college, see, and this spot came open. I thought Jackson Square'd be a better gig, you know? Tourists and all.
Is it?
Well, no, actually.
I can't. What is this gonna get us?
I definitely think you should go back to Royal and Conti.
Really? I'm glad you think so. I always liked that beat. I thought I ought to give this a shot.
Oh, absolutely. The grass is always greener.
Exactly. You're right. I'm going back over there today.
But why?
We got points.
Hooray, but why?
Huh.
Why is Gabriel involving himself in the business affairs of street vendors? For what purpose?
I can't think of what would be there at Royal and County.
Yeah. I want to open the hint book and see if that offers me any nugget of information, but then I'm afraid I would learn too much.
Yeah. Bruce is still here. Dang it. Clicked out again. I guess.
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignores Gabriel and just continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he?
I just had a thought that maybe at this point we need to figure out the drum code and then use it in some way. That could even, there's occasionally been a drummer outside the police station.
Right.
So that could even potentially be a solution to that problem to help distract people.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the drummer wasn't there at the police station today, so.
Right, but
I took that to mean that the drummer was there yesterday observing what happened, and that's how they knew to disappear Mosley.
Hmm.
Gabriel listens carefully to the drums and opens his radar book to translate.
Okay. Call Conclave. This is kind of hard, huh?
Yeah.
Call Conclave is definitely in there. Huh. Well, it seems like there's extra characters.
Is it repeating?
I kind of wonder if these like M-looking characters just kind of surround. I mean, they're at the beginning and end of each phrase.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So my thought is that maybe like Call Conclave is right here.
Okay.
But then it starts with this character that looks like Pi, right? But nothing starts with that. So my thought is this M is also the start of the next phrase.
Oh, so like the M's start the important message and maybe the rest is just filler?
But actually there's nothing that has Pi as the second character either. Can we? Maybe there's just some things that we're unable to translate? I don't know. This is wild.
It just keeps going and going, huh?
Yeah. Call Conclave is the only thing I can find.
Oh. It started a new screen.
Yeah, like I mean, it got to the it filled up the whole screen,
Okay,
so
it's just
now
repeating?
cleared it and started over. Yeah. Like we have, like I was saying, everything starts with this M character.
Uh-huh.
So you have M+++, but that's not anywhere in here. So I'm just kind of scanning for the next M character. There's another one. Yeah, and that's called conclave again. So it seems like that's the only part of this message we can translate. Unless I'm missing something. What did that do? I should,
consult the manual.
The manual has instructions for how to use this, which might clarify some things. So I'm going to take a peek at that. Not the hint book, just the manual. Okay. Translating. At a certain point in the game, Gabriel will need to translate a drum code. The drum code consists of 3 pitches, high, medium, and low. There are also 3 strikes, a single, double, and a triple. The interface for this part of the game looks like this, which is pretty much what we're seeing. Oh, there's also some new buttons up here.
Oh.
Which I had missed because they're not normally visible. On the left side of the screen, you'll see a book of drum codes from which Gabriel is taking his translation. Note, this book has 3 pages of codes. Oh, I didn't mouse over just the right spot.
Okay.
I was trying to mouse over the edges, but I didn't find the right one. Okay. Now we're getting there. To turn to the next page, we're just in the cursor arrow over the edges. The book contains the code phrase that you may select as part of your translation. On the right side of the screen are 2 boxed areas. The upper area is the translation you are forming. The lower area shows the drum beats that Gabriel is currently hearing. For those with no sound device, this will be your only means of translation. For those with sound equipment, the beats that appear in this area should match the drum sounds you're hearing. Okay. And then click on Enter Phrase button to erase the last phrase. Erase phrase button to erase the last selected phrase for the translation area on the right side of the screen. This can be repeated to erase the entire translation if desired. And then we can exit to go back to the game. Okay. And then there's a section to translate a message. Look at and listen to, if you have a sound device, the drum beats being displayed in the lower right-hand box of the screen. Some of the beats will be just random nonsense as far as the code is concerned, which is what I suspected. But if a message is being sent via the drums, the random beats will be broken on occasion by real words in the drum code. Watch the drum beats until you see what you believe is the start of a word. See if you can match the word with one in the book. Okay, so this page, everything starts with a W character. In this page, everything starts with the, we'll call it a double H.
Sure.
If you can, you want to put that word in the translation area. To do so, continue to interpret the message phrases until you've translated the entire transmission. Okay. So I'm going to wait until it gets to this one we've already figured out. And then I'll look for another word. This is interesting, and I'm impressed that it's complex and also makes a lot of sense with the story, which is rare for a particularly complex puzzly kind of puzzle.
The only thing I don't like about it is that when it loops, it doesn't start with the same character. Like when the screen fills up and it starts again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
would be far too easy for me to lose my place, basically, if I take too long.
Yeah. we can't actually stop it if we mouse up here.
Oh.
So that gives us an opportunity to kind of catch up. So I clicked on tonight already because you can't see where I'm pointing, but
no.
It does say tonight. I think that's the next thing after Call Conclave. I kind of feel like this is maybe going to be the same message that's on the tomb. And then we have double H followed by a W, swamp. I think? Yeah, swamp.
If Gabriel's translation of the drum code is correct, there'll be a conclave tonight in the swamp. That must be the bayou.
Nice. I guess we'll pop in the church while we're here. Thank you, Val.
It looks like someone found and moved Crasher's body.
I should hope so.
Yeah. It's been a day.
They have mass later. I hope that they wouldn't leave a dead body lying around.
I'm gonna look where Royal and Conti is when we get out to the map.
Yeah.
We do have streets when we mouse over them, so there's Royal. The beignet guy.
Oh.
That happened at the beginning of the game.
That's right.
There were beignets, and the
cops were like, "Hooray! The beignet man is here!"
Yeah. He's not here yet. Okay. Oh, there he is.
Hey, it's a beignet guy. He's back.
Alright, so I'm going to do a quick save here. How do you spell beignets? It's probably wrong.
Where?
Everybody's going out for beignets. Okay. Had me worried there for a second.
Grab me 3 or 4, would ya?
Forget it, I'm broke.
Rats. You stay put. I'll be back in a minute.
That was extremely lucky. We are not going to stay put. Nice. Okay, what the heck are we doing in here? Mosley said there'd be some interesting things in here, but wasn't remotely specific.
Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1 million of them. Nice polyester. Looks like something Mosley keeps around for formal occasions. Mosley's bookcase holds old magazines and binders. Art prints of the mall variety.
Burn.
Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1,000,000 of them.
Okay.
I remembered about those brownies that I made.
Oh, yes!
Do you want to take a break and eat a brownie, or are you in the middle of something?
Yeah, I think we need to take an important brownie break.
Okay.
We'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay. What?
Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college. Police department memos and other didactic blurbs. Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on he had.
Sick burn.
Most logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley's desk. Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college.
Do you need to be doing a more active verb than looking?
Yeah, it's really hard to tell.
Not me. I've seen how Mosley organizes stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Found something.
That was an interesting sound. Was that Gabriel making that sound as he opened the drawer?
I kind of think it was.
This tracker might come in handy.
Interesting. Oh, is that it? Okay. Huh.
It's a signal device for the tracker.
So it looks like we have a tracker and then 2 tracking devices.
This device is called a tracker. Gabriel remembers a time when he and Mosley used it illegally with a couple of babes in a white convertible. It operates as follows. The signal device attaches to an object, such as a car. The signal device emits a signal that appears on the tracker, LED, allowing the object to be tracked.
Very much enunciating the LED.
Yeah.
Also, it's just, I am having this thought that, like, I feel like today you wouldn't have to explain to a game player in such specific terms how a tracking device works, because we've all seen cop shows or soap operas or what have you.
Gabriel doesn't want anything to do with that microwave.
What'd that microwave do? How has it slighted
him? The desk is bad enough on the outside.
I suppose you're right. Although I do kind of prefer the Tim Rogers style game liker.
I've seen how Mosley organizes stuff.
So I have 2 thoughts here. One is, have we found everything we need in here? 2 is, if I leave and I haven't done everything I need to, is that okay or am I screwed? I mean, I gotta save if we need it, but...
Gabriel doesn't see anything of interest there. Gabriel could take that, but it does not look very helpful. Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosley's stuff as possible.
Like, it's wild, like, looking at this didn't give me any hint that it was worth opening. So, like, you literally just gotta...
Gabriel could take that, but it does not look very helpful.
You just gotta click on everything to be sure that you haven't missed anything.
It's not Gabriel's size.
Ah, yes, the classic hidden object.
Yeah. I mean, Twitch ain't wrong when they tagged us with hidden object. Yeah.
Where does T go?
Better. Easier to reach and I won't bump the microphone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You see anything I should click on?
Gabriel would prefer to touch
I guess I don't know what you've already
Mosley's
clicked.
Stuff as possible.
I mean, I've tried to click on any...
Gabriel could take that, but it does...
Any drawers?
What is this?
I kind of think it's a speaker.
Okay.
An intercom.
Okay.
How high-tech.
I've tried to click on his desk a little.
Mm-hmm.
Mosley's desk.
The microwave, these notes on the wall, the stuff on this shelf. I mean, for all I know, like, there's, like, specific spots on shelves you need to click on, but...
Right.
Gabriel could take...
So I wasn't paying super attention at the beginning of this day. You got a note from Mosley?
Yeah.
Did he offer you any direction?
It was extremely vague. Let's read it again,
Okay.
but...
Mosley's note says,
Gabe, I have to go underground with this thing. It runs wide and deep throughout the department and the city board. I'm already being watched. It was suggested I take vacation time, so I am, at least as far as they know. Try to keep out of this. It's too hot for a rookie. Just in case, I'm sending you my office key. You might find some useful things there. P.S. I think this note will look great in the book, don't you? Make sure you save it.
the note is signed, Detective Mosley.
So, I mean, we did find some useful things.
Right. Do you want me to consult the hint book? To make sure you didn't miss anything. Or do you want to save?
Yeah, sure.
I was going to say, or do you want to save here, and then if it does seem like you missed something, you can come back.
I mean, I've got a save.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just, like, I don't know for sure, but I feel like this game isn't going to let me permanently soft lock the game.
Sure.
So, like, I feel like if I try to leave here without having gotten everything I need, either there's a way to come back, or it's gonna, like, you know, say something like, "Are you, you know, Gabriel saying I'm not sure I've found everything I need," or something like that, you know.
Right. But you do want me to check the hint book?
No, don't worry about it.
The suit doesn't open.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of there, you.
Sorry, just looking for a restroom.
Very believable. Oh, that's
new. That's where the conclave is?
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like a nice place to get murdered in.
Yeah. I'm gonna do another quick save.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I can't tell if we can go up here. Okay.
Gabriel's head pounds.
Oh no.
Which way did he just come from?
Lost already?
This is like some maze shit.
I don't know. Also, I was gonna say, I don't want to derail too much, but I was looking at Val's last chat message about, please, the term is gamer. I don't know why. Like, I have no problem using gamer as an adjective when we are, like, talking about objects, like our gamer's bed, our gamer's trash can.
Hasn't Gabriel seen this part of the bayou before?
But when referring to a person, gamer conjures up an unpleasant archetype, I think.
Yeah.
Which I assume is why, you know, Tim Rogers uses game liker rather than gamer.
Right. And I mean, also,
as
like,
it should.
obviously when we call things like our gamer's bed or our gamer trash can, we're doing so in a joking manner.
We're doing a bit, and the bit is that gamers are ridiculous.
So I'm not sure if this is something we want to map out or what.
I mean, it seems like it might be a good thing to map out, but I wonder if we should be here right now. Like, if there's maybe something else that you need to do first?
Sure.
To, like, give you some guidance?
Specifically what I mean by
Gabriel
I'm not...
can hear the sound of drums, but it seems to be coming from inside his head, rather than any specific direction.
When I say I'm not sure if I need to map it out, what I mean is I'm not sure if it can be mapped out.
Right.
It's possible we're being taken to random locations each time.
It wouldn't surprise me if there is a path, like you need to go...
This looks familiar. Damn.
Okay.
I'm back where I started.
Something
left,
in the
right,
bayou
etc.
air is confusing Gabriel's sense of direction. He could use some less susceptible assistance.
So you need like
tracker.
Okay, I was gonna say
I think we need to put the tracker on someone.
Okay.
And then
follow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. But who? Or what?
Who or what to track?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend? Gonna track your girlfriend.
No. Use. I always forget which icon I need to use on a door knocker.
Ms. Getty is unavailable, Mr. Knight.
I'm trying to think of like... It seems like it makes more sense to put it on a thing than a person.
Right.
I mean, obviously that's not necessarily true.
Could you get
But like, even if we do need to put it on a person, we need to encounter that person to do it.
Could you put it on Dr. John's snake? Or Dr. John?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think in a normal scenario we have any way to get close to the snake.
Right.
I guess the main thing I'm thinking is like, normally...
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Normally, I'm not sure there's a good opportunity to encounter someone we would want to try tracking.
Why would Gabriel want to give Dr. John the signal device? The snake is too far away.
Let's go over there. I'm sure this is still not going to work.
The snake is too far away.
I was going to see if we can listen to this drummer.
Gabriel can't hear the street drummer very clearly in this location.
I'll be going.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
I really can't think of any, like... information we have that would help us figure this out. I feel like we probably just need to go around until we discover something.
Does this mean anything to you?
The drummer looks blankly at Gabriel and continues his rhythm.
It's interesting that anytime I use it on a person, the default is assuming I want to show it to them instead of track them.
Right.
Madame Lorelei's booth is deserted.
Are there any other drummers we've come across? Oh, there's one at the restaurant usually. Maybe always.
I think so.
Try checking that one out next.
But I mean, the drummers don't move around very much, do they?
I'm just trying to think of anything. Any other way to get more information here, and one of the few things I can think of is, you know, there's other drummers we haven't investigated. You know, maybe they have more information. I feel like it's not super likely.
Gabriel cannot hear.
It's just a thought. Let's try going back to the shop.
Lucy, I'm home.
Oh boy, party time.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I can't...
Okay.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Okay.
I'm reading a funny tweet, but it's also kind of lewd.
Oh.
But it's also might be really funny if I read it out loud.
Okay.
But also it's lewd.
That's your call, I guess.
A sign on
I
the
can't say
front
this out
door
loud.
of an adventurous
Not on
home
camera.
pending
I'll
a
put a link in
channeling
the show.
seminar
Okay.
until August 1st.
Excuse me while I look at this tweet. I mean, it's a good point.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can we track this bag of leaves?
Gabriel doesn't want to throw that away.
Okay.
Can you track the custodian?
I'm sorry to bother you.
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
The fact that using it on a person makes you show it to them suggests that that is not the correct course of action.
It seems to back up what I suspected, that we need to put it on a thing, not a person.
Yeah. Let me know if you want me to hint it up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're directionless enough that you might as well look up a hint, and if you can think of a good subtle hint to point me in the right direction, that's worthwhile.
Do my best. Well, I saw a thing that's not directly related to the thing that we're doing. But
maybe it's something we need to do first.
I do wonder if it is something we need to do first.
Okay. Well, can you give me a subtle hint about that?
Did you exhaust all your options with Grace for today?
I don't know what the options would be. I mean, I don't want to go through all the conversation topics again. I talked to her about all the options that were likely to have something new.
Okay, you read the newspaper.
Yeah.
And you read the note from Mosley.
Should I ask her about St. John's Eve again?
I'll just read you what this hint says.
Sure.
Did you know that Grace is not only a scholar, but also a pretty good artist?
Okay. Yeah, she does have a thing of art supplies next to her desk.
Does that...
It's funny that we couldn't get her to
the
reconstruct the Veve.
Of course. That would make too much sense.
Yeah.
You should ask a stranger to do that for you. Does that get your wheels a-turning to know enough, or do you want...
I mean, it's got my wheels a-turning. They're kind of just spinning.
Can you talk me through what your turning wheels are coming up with?
Also, 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
Tell me this much. Do we need to show her something we have?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Again, I don't know why this is the thing you need to do, but this is the thing you need to do. Or it's a thing you need to do.
Will
I don't
you
know
do me
if
a
this
favor?
will...
What?
Use your paints to
Tell us
copy
how
this
to
snake
track.
tattoo onto my chest.
Oh.
Now, why on earth would you want me to do that?
Okay.
Okay.
Is he, disguising himself as Crash, possibly?
My assumption is not that directly, but just trying to,
Blend in.
right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're not gonna be a creep. This one seems the most likely to convince
Right.
her.
I'm going to a party tonight. Costume, you know.
You don't say. I guess you're going with Malia.
Yeah, that's right.
And why should I help you out? We don't even like Malia.
Rude. These all seem bad.
Yeah.
You know what they say? All the world loves lovers.
You know what else they say? No.
I feel like this might work in a weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
Well, if you're jealous about my feelings for her...
You know that's not it. I just think as your friend that she's trouble.
It's perfectly understandable. I know you have certain feelings for me. Quite naturally.
Me?
True.
I would rather be hung by my hair over a bed of scorpions.
I know it must be hard having it in your face like this. No chance to avoid hearing about it, seeing it day by day.
Fine. I'll do it. Just shut up. Can we at least go in the back?
Sure, but... Could you say that one more time and pout your lips more?
Ugh.
Gabriel, don't sexually harass your employees. Also, yes, I found a brown crumb on my pants.
What did I say?
So we're going to do this privately.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. The shirt, please.
This could go away.
You know how long I've been waiting for this moment.
Now. Hold still.
Maybe you'd like to tie me up?
One more remark, and I'm leaving.
Okay, okay.
Done. It's just stunning.
Damn,
Sorry
she's
I
fast.
couldn't make it last longer.
Well, it was about what I expected from you.
Bert.
Okay, that was
So now you got
all
a snake.
very interesting.
Now you got a snake on you. I
Yeah.
will scroll a little bit more and see if I can find what you need to do about tracking.
Like, it makes sense now. That, you know, was a thing that obviously has to happen before we can go to the conclave.
Did anything in the cemetery seem different to you?
Not that I saw, but it's possible now that we've done this,
Okay.
something will be different.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Have fun.
Because it seems like on previous days the game didn't mind too much about doing certain things out of order. So I don't know that I paid enough attention to how things looked.
The second message made from the voodoo crosses is on the wall.
Okay. I was wondering if this might change at some point,
Right.
and I went to this screen before, but I didn't, for some reason, think to click on it again to look at it. And, you know, I couldn't tell if it was different or not. Okay, so... I'm guessing we need to use our previous translation.
I don't know that you need to try to translate it
Gabriel
yourself.
cannot put his sketch back on the wall.
I think you just need to make a copy of it with your sketchbook.
Sure. I don't need any more hints now. The reason I thought that is because for a while now, Magentia Moonbeam has not been around.
Right. Like I don't know what you're supposed to do with this now that
Let
you
me
have
get
it.
these new marks down.
But you have it, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. Can I say?
Gabriel checks the two messages for duplicate symbols and transfers the letters from the matches to the new message. He finds that he has the translation for all of the symbols, except for 3.
Okay. Which one's the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the old one. DJ Keep Eve song? I'm gonna write this.
Yeah.
All on one line. DJ Keep E question mark E.
Purposely not scrolling any further down in the hint book, but the next question is, I translated the new voodoo message, but there are 3 letters I don't know. They each have a question mark underneath them. Do I need to use these? And the first answer is yes.
Do not H-A-R question mark. Okay.
Do not harm?
And then that's one symbol. This one's similar but has a curl up there. Okay, and this one goes like that. So they're all different.
I am taking a guess that last symbol, the like X with a little tick at the end, I'm guessing that is an M.
Oh.
Because do not harm makes sense as a phrase. I don't know if this is helpful.
Oh, keep eyes on GK, but do not harm.
Okay. I am curious if you might need to know what these symbols mean later.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet.
Have you copied down what the symbols look like and then what the letters are?
Yeah,
okay.
I got them here.
Okay.
Gabriel gazes at the translation of the second voodoo code message. A few letters are still missing. Gabriel...
Okay. I'm just wondering if there's any way to, like, fill them in the game, but I can't think of how we would do that.
Those two are...
Wait for him to leave now. So we still don't know what to do with our tracker.
Yeah, I haven't found that part of the hint book yet.
I'm gonna do another save just because I don't know. I mean, I guess we were told that either we need to die or something. I forget what the other option was.
Wait, what?
Our horoscope at the beginning of the day suggested either we're gonna die today or I don't know, something.
I don't remember what the other option was either.
But it feels like a dangerous day to me is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a save early, save often kind of day.
A sign on the front door of Magentia's home reads,
Hi.
Can you give me another hint as to like I feel like now I'm at a point where I've done some stuff and I can't think of anything to do except click around all the places again.
In the most oblique way possible. Review the messages that you have translated. Who do they seem to be addressing?
Dr. John.
And what do the messages usually say? What did the first message say? Let me back up to
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
It's a DJ conclave tonight, and then it offered a direction.
DJ conclave tonight. I think I missed a word when I wrote that down. Bring flat cash.
So, what does this suggest?
Yeah, I got it.
Was that too hinty?
It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I was already there, so
okay.
No worries.
What you looking at?
I'm looking for a fwet cache.
Oh, okay. You came to the wrong... You came to a conclusion I was not trying to lead you towards.
Okay. Interesting.
The first message was telling Dr. John to bring something.
Right.
You might need to review... Did you write down notes from the doctor's lecture about different ritual items?
Yeah.
You might want to look at those and think about
other ritual items you might want to
other ritual items that you might be able to hide something in.
Right.
And then no. I'll say the next
fine.
I'll say the next part after you figure out the first part. That's
Gabriel
loud.
slips the signal device into the Seiki module.
Yeah.
Very
Can I
sneakily.
assist you, Mr. Knight?
No, just looking.
Now, if only they take the coffin to the ritual.
Not suspicious at all.
I hate to rush you, Mr. Knight, but I am afraid I must close the museum early this evening. This is St. John's Eve, and it's getting on towards dusk. I have things I must do.
I see. No problem. I'll just...
Leave. Goodbye, Mr. Knight. May the spirits guard you well tonight.
Okay.
So what do you think you need to do now?
You don't have to continue.
I want to hear you say out loud what you think you need to do now.
I assume he's gonna go to the conclave and that we can track him now. I don't know if I'm right yet, but I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
Gabriel activates the tracker. The tracker does not show anything. They must not have taken the Seiki module to the ritual.
Oh, great. Now what?
I will say I don't... You need to do something else. I don't know if it is important that you do it in the correct order. You need to take an action to ensure that they bring the coffin to the ritual. But I don't know. I don't know if you could still do it now. I guess I don't see why not.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
Well, the first thing I thought of was the drums. But then I realized, Right. There's another way I have to send a message.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to get a hold of some drums, whereas I, could obviously go write a message on the tomb.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, there are other ways that messages can be transmitted.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Jackson Square Street band? Do you like jazz, or do you like When the Saints Go Marching In? I don't remember the third option.
That's a tough question.
Those are the two flavors of music.
Yeah.
Gabriel should at least wait until the watchman is gone before defacing the tomb.
Is he ever gonna leave?
I mean, it takes a while. There he goes.
I think I'll leave a message of my own.
Okay. I guess I'm inclined to follow the format of the original message.
Mm-hmm.
DJ. Oh, there's no C on this.
Can you switch between the two messages that you have?
Oh, okay. O-H-T. Bring.
Now you get to spell that
Yeah.
unusual word. If you need spelling help, I have the proper spelling handy.
I might, because I seem to have written it down wrong when it was in the subtitles a minute ago. It had a Y at the end of the first word, I think. Is it S-E-K-E-Y?
Yeah.
M-A-D-U-L-E?
O-U-L-E.
O-U-L-E. S-E... K E Y M A G O U. E.
That should be correct.
Pleased with his message, Gabriel tosses the brick down. Now, if only DJ reads it in time.
Got points, Jingle.
Love to hear it.
Don't forget to save.
Yeah.
I have put the hint book away. Anything I say from now on is my own speculation.
Okay. let's do some tracking. It's interesting that we have another tracker.
Gabriel pulls out the tracking device, hoping that the Sheki Madule made it to the ritual and that this thing will work.
You need to.
All right. There's a blip. They must be here with the Seike Madule.
Okay, so now what? Like, is this...
Oh, the tracker's shown on the bottom? Is that giving you guidance?
I mean, I don't know what it's telling me. I assume I don't want to go back out where I came. Do I want to go down here? Also, like, I guess, is this from his perspective?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Gabriel feels so turned around. Is this thing working?
Does it seem to be pointing you in a direction as far as you can tell?
Oh, okay, the dot did move just now.
Okay. I can't see the
But
dot.
like...
I can't see the dot at all from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, okay. I'm confident now that the dot is like relative to what we are seeing.
Okay.
Gabriel hopes this tracking thing is working correctly.
So I think we just need to keep going south and we'll get there.
Okay.
Didn't he just come from that direction? Or did he?
Narrator's trying to get in your head.
Yeah. Interesting.
What?
It moved back over
Mm.
to the left.
Damn Mosley and his infernal machine. This better be working.
I don't know if I'm...
Didn't he just come from that direction? Or did he?
I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just
Being
how this
tricksy.
works.
Right.
Like, I feel like we're gradually getting closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel feels so turned around. Is this thing working?
What's wrong?
It's just we're super close to it, but now it's like right where we just came from.
Oh, okay. So it is kind of a maze, but a nonsensical one.
Yeah, I think it's intentionally still disorienting even with the tracker. It's just you gotta keep going in the direction of
Right.
the dot. Okay, we might as well save since we're here.
Right.
Now I'm just thinking about what are we gonna do? We got our cool snake tattoo, so
Yeah.
hopefully that'll keep us alive. And oh, I found that crocodile mask. Should I put that on?
They do know who you are,
Yeah,
so it might be good to hide your beautiful
yeah,
Gabriel Knight face.
yeah. I feel like
When in Rome.
It is at long last time to wear the mask.
oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Here goes nothing.
I mean, gotta show off Grace's handiwork, I suppose.
Yeah.
Welcome, Brother Crocodile. Please join the other celebrants.
Yes, Dr. John. Brother Eagle.
But first, Name the great serpent who crushes all in his coils.
Damballa? I think it's Damballa.
I feel like, did the other options even ever come up?
Erzuli definitely came up.
Damballa's the only one that was mentioned in Hartridge's last phone call, right? And his notes.
Yeah, I mean, Damballa is a snake. I know that much.
Okay.
I can't remember where Erzuli came up before. I feel pretty confident that's right. So.
Is that person next to the pole?
Yeah.
Is that a topless lady?
I think so.
Okay.
Damballa.
You are correct, Brother Crocodile. Who is the destroyer of men?
No. Multiple questions?
Please.
Buddha, perhaps? It's not Damballa, it's not Buddha, so I assume it's Ogun Badagri.
That's also a name that came up in the notes.
Yeah. And that had a target next to it, so this kind of fits with destroying, I guess.
Ogun Badagri.
You are correct, Brother Crocodile. Enjoy yourself well tonight.
Like, they gotta know this is him, right?
Alright, now what? Oh, I see. I had to load the enjoyment.
I think I interrupted it by mousing up into the bar there.
Get a motion comic.
Yeah. It just occurred to me.
Huh. You just get drugged?
I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything here.
What just occurred to you? Oh, what? Did you just kind of do that automatically?
Stuff's just happening.
Yeah, we get it. It's like his dream.
Gabriel!
Malia?
I know you now. I can smell his blood in your veins.
Interesting.
No.
You cannot change your destiny, or ours.
No.
I will find you. I will destroy you.
She sounds different.
No!
Where is your necklace now, witch hunter? Where are your pretty gems?
I'm confused. Why does this suddenly feel like a different story?
Why do you say that?
What was that about a necklace?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's referring to something in the past. Day 7. My last ally laid to waste, I ran towards the light. I prayed for one to change my path, to give me strength to fight. Yeah, I mean, it's my interpretation of what just happened is she was like possessed by an ancestor.
Okay.
And referring to things that happened in Gabriel's past with his ancestors.
Okay. Witch hunter.
Yeah.
Schottenjäger.
Yeah, and Totello also came up before.
Oh, I'm not remember Totello.
But yeah, his family they're witch hunters.
Okay.
Gabriel! Gabriel, wake up!
Ow, my head.
It's about time. I've been trying to wake you for hours. There's no time to lose.
I had another dream.
It wasn't a dream, believe me. Now come on, get dressed.
Wait a minute. I'm starting to remember. Something about Malia.
She's the head priestess of the Voodoo Cartel. They're responsible for the murders. They've been doing it for years.
Malia? Last night she was the leopard. Like in my dreams, Grace.
I know. Those dreams were a warning. Now come on, get dressed.
But last night, Malia changed. She became something else. And then I blacked out, I think. How did I get home?
I followed you last night. I had my doubts about the Gettys. Did you know that they arrived in New Orleans in 1800? Just in time for the voodoo influx. I knew you were going to try to sneak into a ceremony last night, so I followed you. Lucky for you that I did. If you'd been left at the circle last night, I don't know what she would have done to you.
You're wrong. Malia wouldn't hurt me.
What about Tetelo?
Tetelo? They were chanting that last night. That's the name from Gunter's journal. The woman who took the talisman.
Yes. Gabriel, it's your destiny you're facing. You can't just blunder your way through this or you'll end up dead. Tetelo will be after you now. You have to call your great uncle in Germany.
Uncle Wolfgang?
Yes. He knows more about this than we do.
Okay, I'll call him. But Malia isn't responsible for those things, Grace. It's that spirit, that Loa. It's Tetelo.
Yeah. Possession is convenient that way. Call Wolfgang, Gabriel. I'll be in the shop.
All right. So this is June 24th. Day 7. I guess this is number.
The number written on the note is 4909 324 3333.
Okay, 490. Oh, gotta turn it on first. 4909 324 3333.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
This is Gabriel Knight. Can I speak to Wolfgang, please?
Ja, Herr Knight. Einen Moment, bitte.
Gabriel, it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
There's a good reason for that, Uncle Wolfgang. We need to talk.
Gabriel fills in Wolfgang on the events of the previous evening.
Ugh, it is even worse than I thought.
You bet it is. We have to talk about what I'm supposed to do.
Interesting. I suppose just go down the
What can
list.
you tell me about voodoo?
It sounds as though you have learned much during your investigation in New Orleans. Perhaps you will fill me in when we have a chance to sit down and talk.
Maybe this isn't actually useful to go through most of these.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I have not studied the subject. I have an intense dislike for them.
I've heard rumors of a secret hound fool here in New Orleans.
Yeah, I am sure they have a temple there, and probably a very elaborate one. You should not go near it, though. Not alone.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Yes. Tetlo's people wear animal masks for their rituals, don't they? It is not at all uncommon. Many occult groups are based heavily on animal totems. Animals have such pure, primal traits. Spirituality, good or bad, is about reaching these pure levels. Aggressive and cunning like the snake, agile and nurturing like the monkey. Even our family is associated with the image of a lion.
Do you know anything about Veves?
It is a visual symbol of one or more Loa. Each Loa has its own sign, which is used to summon it.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Damballa is a snake. He is a Loa, a voodoo god.
Yes. He's one of the primary Loa of the Gedi tribe.
I see. Good work. That information might prove useful.
Does the name Ogun Badakri mean anything to you?
It is a voodoo Loa, is it not?
Yes, a particularly nasty one, so I understand. Have you come across anything about it in your research?
He seems to be feared by most voodoo groups. I haven't come across very much specific information.
What can you tell me about Schattenjägers?
Yes, of course. I sometimes forget how little you know of the family, Gabriel. I never understood how Heinz could allow his sons to remain ignorant. But now is not the time for that discussion. Schattenjäger is really two words in English, Gabriel. Schatten means shadow, and Jäger means hunter.
Shadow hunter?
Yes. Shadow hunter.
I forgot that the game hadn't told us that yet, and I just figured it out by using Google Translate.
Sure.
Also, I'm sleepy.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Rada drums? You mean ceremonial drums?
Yes. The Gedi tribe uses drummers around the French Quarter as relay messengers to keep track of their business.
Those drums have a ceremonial use, too. It would be useful to know their code, Gabriel.
I had Grace find some information on them.
That's my boy.
Tell me about yourself.
I hope there will be time for that later, Gabriel, after this is all over. For now, we must deal with the matter at hand.
Okay.
Tell me about Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary Loa for the Gedi tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them. Do you remember in Gunther's journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's Loa during the killings in Charleston? This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful Loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams. It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schattenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schattenjägers swore to use the power for good, never for evil. For defense, not offense. Since it fell into Tetlo's hands, I'm afraid to think what the power has been used for, or what it will be used for in the future. With the talisman, Tetlo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
How can we regain the talisman?
We've been searching for the talisman for years, ever since we lost it. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. The talisman is probably buried with Tetlo's remains. That's what gives her Loa so much power.
probably in that Getty tomb.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
Ha! We have pondered that question a long time, Leoritas. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe at their current location. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetelo's African homeland, but Gunter says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. Also, Tetelo's tribe was utterly destroyed in its African form in the late 17th century. There was nothing like a census in Africa then. As for the other idea, we had no clue as to where Tetelo's people went after fleeing Charleston, until now.
Let's discuss the possible African homeland.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with the Professor Hartridge. Unfortunately for him, he thinks the tribe's name was Agri, and that they lived near the Fon tribe in what is now called the People's Republic of Benin.
That is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low.
If you get a chance, you might look into the possibility that Tetelo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel. You will make a fine Schattenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Sure, I'll wait.
Bye then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Goodbye, Uncle Wolfgang.
The note wasn't the only information we had. There was also a phone call that went over a lot of the same things with a little bit more context, but I didn't really have much opportunity to write it down. So it's possible he was more clear about that in the phone call.
Sure. I guess the only thing that really matters is that Gabriel has this information, even if we don't.
Right.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Times Picayune, dated June 24th, 1993. There's nothing about the voodoo murders case in the papers today. Gabriel finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou Saint Jean last night. Various people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it's the ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of Dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
So, lots of hints about being careful.
Right.
I think I might wrap it up here. Seems like a good stopping point.
Yeah.
And I think we're both very tired.
You had to get up pretty early today.
Yeah, I got up at 7 o'clock. Way too early.
Too early for a person that's still awake at midnight anyway. say I'm lazy. I don't want to move, but
I mean, you don't have to.
If I don't want my head to be the game, I should scoot over here.
So, this is going to be our last stream for a little bit. Next stream either of us do will be my next King's Quest stream,
yes.
Which won't be this Saturday. It'll be a week from Saturday. I think that's the 18th.
Yeah, that sounds right. And of course, if that plan changes, we will communicate that somehow. Twitter, I guess.
Sure. My schedule here, I haven't marked my next Tuesday stream as canceled yet.
Yeah.
But
my schedule is already in vacation mode.
Yes. Drum music?
Huh?
I'm confused by this comment.
I took my... Oh, that's how we will communicate.
Oh,
if our plan changes. Okay.
Yes.
I realized that as I was getting ready to put my headphone back in to make sure that there wasn't like annoying drum music on the stream audio.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I'm like, I just hear the pleasant
We're very
sounds.
alert and awake and absolutely understood the joke that was being made in real time.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I'll be starting King's Quest 3, and then the Tuesday after that, so it'll be 2 weeks from now, we will continue Gabriel Knight then.
Yep. Do you know how much more there is of Gabriel Knight?
I think there are 10 days.
Okay, and this is day 7?
We're on day 7.
Okay.
We just started day 7. I wasn't trying to find this out on purpose, but
Yeah.
I remember stumbling across that information at some point.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's correct. So we're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly things are starting to come together a lot more.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel less directionless than we were for a while. Anything else?
Can't think of anything.
You want to mention? Yeah. So thanks y'all for hanging out.
Yeah.
Always appreciate you being here. And hope you are having a nice December, enjoying your holidays.
Simply have a wonderful Christmas time.
Yes. I'm trying to find who we can raid. I'm not sure how much longer Forgotten VCR will be going, but I'm a little tempted to go there just for kicks. Or we could just do some Turtles and Chill.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what time they usually start, but I feel like they usually...
I kind of feel like they might be wrapping up soon.
Okay, I was going to say they usually
Maybe we'll
repeat
just
the
go to
program.
Turtles and Chill.
They usually repeat the program at least twice, but I don't know what time they started, so there's no good way of knowing if this is the first loop or the second loop of the playlist.
We'll just do Turtles and Chill. I'm very tired and we need some chill time, so.
Relax with turtles and fish.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.